Hey, how you doing? I'm Joshua Wooden Essentials. Today, I'm going to make different scrap wood projects for Halloween. I got all this scrap wood sitting around, paint, stains. Instead of going to the store, I figured I would see what I could build with all this stuff. A lot of these projects I've seen on Etsy, and they look real simple to make, so I'm going to see if I can't recreate a couple of them, if not all of them. First one I'm going to do is, it's going to be a set of 3, and it's going to be a cat, a pumpkin, and a ghost. All I'm going to be doing is using scrap pieces of 2x4s. This one seems like the right size, so what I'm going to do is go over to the miter saw, measure these out, and cut them down. First thing I'm going to do is just take a paint can, put it on the 2x4, trace it so the top will be rounded. They're going to be roughly about 9 inches long and just a regular 2x4. You'll see how they all come together. Again, I'm just using the scrap wood that I have. There's also, in my opinion, no correct or incorrect sizes to make these. Just make it with whatever you have. Now I got the ghosts painted, they're over there drying. Next, I'm going to take another one and I'm going to make a cat. First thing I got to do, find the center and just make a V for the ears. Paint it black. When it dries, I'll take sandpaper, kind of distress it a little bit, and they'll be done. So the only thing left is, for this set, is the pumpkins. So all you're going to do is just get a regular scrap piece of wood. Hopefully you just want to kind of center it a little bit. And you're going to drill a hole in there. And then just, just a little dowel that's going to stick out. Okay, so I figured instead of just leaving this and staining it orange, I'm going to go ahead and torch it, kind of give it a little different look, and then with the orange, I think it'll look pretty neat. Okay, now I got all that stuff done, while it dried and stuff. I'm going to seal everything at the end, but the next project I'm going to do is just a little witch's hat. So all you would need for this is a 1x6 and a 1x4. 1x6 will be the base of the hat, the 1x4 will be the top. And all I did was made a 20-degree angle cut on the miter saw, cut it, flip the board, cut it again, so on and so forth. Off camera, I went ahead and glued everything together, and the way it was, I couldn't put a clamp on it. So an old trick that I'm pretty sure a lot of you've seen on other channels is using masking tape. Masking tape acts just like a clamp and holds the piece together. Now that these are dry and I lightly sanded everything and broke up the edges, next is going to just paint everything black. Signs turned out pretty good, so all that's left on the signs is to add a stencil. I have a Cricut machine, which I'm going to be doing all these projects with a Cricut, but you could also stencil, write it in, whatever you have accessible to you. And also, I'm going to clean up the signs a little bit around the edges. I'm going to take everything and put a finish over top of it. Then after the finish dries, I'll go over to the Cricut machine and start printing off things to add to the signs, the cat, the ghost, and the pumpkins. Also off camera, I made a couple things. Took the same concept as a witch's hat, stained it, and made my own candy corn. Also, the same concept with the pumpkin, the cat, and the ghost. This is just a little offcut I had and just stained it for a pumpkin and then just added a dowel in it. I read that if you put the finish on first and then add the permanent vinyl, it sticks to it better. I'm really not 100% sure if the vinyl should go on first and then the finish, or the finish and then the vinyl. But everywhere I read, it kept telling me to go ahead and apply the finish first and then the vinyl.